Day 2, thumbnails. Obviously, I'm making 5 videos, so I'm going to need 5 thumbnails for the 5 videos I am going to create. And in this video, I'm going to go over how I create my thumbnails. I'm going to give you some examples of the software I use, give you some examples and how I've learned to make them, and I'll give you some examples of the thumbnails I've made in the past, okay? This is probably going to be another thing, like I said in my previous video, 2.5 to 3 hours of work for that day and just thumbnails. You work a 9 to 5, get off at 5 o'clock, make some food, get to work in around 6 o'clock, and dedicate as much time as you can to making those thumbnails. Before you make the video, before you actually record, you're going to want to make the thumbnail and the title to know where you're going with the video, okay? That's the most important thing. Okay, so we'll just hop right through it. First, I'm going to show you some thumbnails I have made in the past. Like I said, I am a very organized person. I keep them all in pictures. All of my folders are organized, and I keep them in a folder called thumbnails. And here, these are all custom thumbnails I've made with Adobe Photoshop, which is amazing. And I'm going to show you the website, how to get it, and how you can actually get a deal as well. So these are some thumbnails I've all made on Photoshop. They're pretty easy. You get at first it's not that easy, but YouTube has been a lifesaver. Anytime you have a question about Photoshop, you can go on there, and there's millions of people on there that are dedicated to making videos to help you on Photoshop. And there are also a lot of creators on there that know that you don't want to sit there and watch a 20-minute video, and there are channels dedicated to making 1-minute fixes, which is really cool too. So you're not sitting there freaking wasting all your time figuring out how to do something. There's people that understand that quickness is of the essence because you have other work to be doing versus looking at freaking YouTube all day. But these are just some cool thumbnails that I've made in the past. I've started to get good at them. I like this one. This one was one of my favorites. I feel like I did a good job on this one with the drop shadows and the people and the Photoshop and even the letters. I feel like it looks really good. But these are just some thumbnails I've made with Adobe Photoshop, and I am going to go over how to make a thumbnail, an easy one, in a second. I'm just showing you some of the content that I have created. This is going to be the thumbnail for the first video I recorded previously, the scripting video, and they look all generally the same. It's just the only thing is I have a different picture right here pertaining to what it is I'm talking about that day, and obviously 1 through 5 is going to be changed to 2 out of 5 in this video. Yeah, those are my thumbnails. This is the second one, actually. I thought it was cool how to create 5 videos per week working full-time. Second one, thumbnails, and actually took a screenshot of me making the thumbnail, and that was the picture I used. But yeah, this looks pretty good. So enough looking at my thumbnails. Again, I keep them organized all in here. I use Adobe Photoshop, and if you go online and Google adobe.com, creative design, there's actually a pack you can buy that includes Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and a ton of other useful products that you can use in starting your YouTube career. If you actually physically call them, you can negotiate them down to a very low price of I think it's like $25 a month per year, and you get a ton of different softwares you can use. And Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro was 2 of the 30 different softwares that came with that pack. So if you want to get that deal, call them and ask them, and I guarantee you, if you say you're not fucking interested, if they're not giving you that deal, they're gonna be like, oh wait, hold on, we're gonna negotiate, talk to my manager, and I can see if I can get you a deal. They're full of shit fucking people, and they're gonna come back and give you a great fucking deal. So fight them on it, tell them you don't want it, and they will give you the best damn prices possible, I promise you. Okay, so that's where you can go to buy that, adobe.com minus that. So we're gonna go right into Photoshop. You're going to want to open a new file, and you can go online and figure out what sizes are thumbnails, but I already know that because I do this every freaking day, or almost like once or twice, or sometimes 3 times a week if I'm falling behind. 1280 by 720 is what you're going to want for a thumbnail. Create, and this is the overall size of the YouTube thumbnail that is going to show up on your phone or desktop, okay? So we're going to make a quick one. We're going to make let's just have a photo and some words that say how to create a YouTube thumbnail. So first, I think I want to create a black background. So I'm going to choose black on here, use a paint bucket, click. Maybe I want some nice words, so I'll get the text box. I'll make the words, make them white so I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing on the black background. And I'll just type. Ooh, first I want to delete everything that is there. Boom. Boom. How to create 5 YouTube videos per week and work full time. Maybe I want to make it look a little bit nicer. So what I'll do is I'll do that, and I'll make the content in black. But don't worry, it's not going to go away forever. I can actually click on the layer over here, and I can change the stroke. And remember, I'm not here to teach you how to use Photoshop. This is just an example of how easy it could be and how quick it could be. I know my little video box is in the corner of things I just clicked, but you're gonna mess with the stroke. You can fuck with how big you want it. I'll say that's a good size right there. Maybe I'll want some type of YouTube logo right here. So I'll open up a new window, and I'll type YouTube logo. I'll go to images. I'll pick one that looks good. This one looks cool. No need to save the photo if you don't want to. Don't fucking blur up your hard drive with a bunch of bullshit. So I'm just going to copy the image. Go back to Photoshop. Click Control V to copy. Control T to size it. And I'm going to use my Photoshop tool. Click, hold Shift, and click again to get that middle YouTube icon. And I'm going to go down here to remove the background. Good. That looks perfect. And maybe if I want it to match the words up here, I'll go and put some more stroke on it. That's like that white border around. I think that's a good size. It matches that one. So okay, how to create 5 YouTube videos per week and work full time. And maybe if I want it to be a little bit more catchy, I can change the 5 a different color, maybe to match this YouTube symbol right here. So I'll highlight that, go up there, and I can actually use a color picker. And what this little color picker icon does is it matches the color of anything I click on to be the font color. So right here, I'll click that, and look, it changed it to the exact color I wanted. Same, it'll go for black, or it'll do white, or just back to red. So, okay, perfect. And this is just a quick thumbnail that can be created, and I show you how freaking easy it is to use Photoshop. I understand it's going to be a little bit difficult at first, but with time and persistence, you will get good at it. Look, I made this little thing that could have took me probably 20 minutes to learn how to create before, in like freaking literally a minute or two. You're going to get good, and it's going to get easy, and your content is going to look professional. I'm not going to save this right now. This was just an example on how to make some thumbnails. No, we're not going to save that bullshit. But again, make a thumbnail. You're gonna need thumbnails. You don't want your thumbnail just to be like some guy like this right here. Like you want your thumbnail to be nice, catching, and engaging, and create 5 thumbnails for those 5 videos that you're gonna make a week, and make them look nice. Do that on the second day. Try to complete that, and that's gonna be it for the second day. Just worry about thumbnails your second day. Don't stress yourself out until you're ready to do more. Just when you're first starting, do this. Second day, dedicate it to thumbnails. I promise you it will be good. And you're going to get to a point where you're going to get into a routine that's very easy for you to script and make thumbnails, and you're going to end up being able to do more, I promise.